Yo, what's up everybody? Ari here, and in today's video I want to talk about the downfall of a Shopify store here that was totally crushing it. And this isn't to, kick somebody while they're down. It's really just to share an example and share a lesson really on the things that you could be doing that are potentially harming your business and potentially gonna be the downfall of it. A lot of the people that watch this channel have Shopify businesses or dropshipping businesses, or maybe you have an NFT collection you're dropping, or you're trying to make money investing. Either way, these tips are gonna help. But the example here I'm using is from e-commerce. Now, if that sounds interesting, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and let's get right into it. So the store that I want to show you here is called HipDot, and basically what they sell is a bunch of different beauty products. So another beauty store, there's a lot of these out there, and this actually looks pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie, they've built a pretty cool brand, but let's just say looks are deceiving. If we take a look at their similar web chart, this is not looking good. This is looking like my crypto portfolio right now, and that's not how you want to look. So they peaked in July at nearly 400,000 monthly visitors, which is probably close to $400,000 in sales. And now they're down to 74,000, which honestly is still pretty good. But given their peak, that's, a pretty significant decrease. And what you really want your Shopify store to look like is like this. This is what I wish my crypto portfolio would have looked like. But this is another store called Modern Blaze, and they are just crushing it. And they just sell fireplaces. So it's actually a really interesting niche and a very high ticket store. So I'm guessing that they're extremely profitable. The main reason why a lot of stores crash really is because one, they don't introduce new products, or two, they just spend way too much money on advertising. That's probably the most common one. A lot of businesses, if you're not coming up with good offers, you're not going to be able to advertise profitably. Again, I'm not exactly sure what happened to this store. Maybe they spent just way too much money with influencers and it didn't pay off in the way that they wanted it to. Who knows? So one thing you can do is to stabilize your ad spend a little bit. So instead of scaling so quickly right away, maybe take it a step at a time. Scaling fast has its benefits, but only to a certain point. Now, you're never going to be able to actually sustain growth if you don't know your numbers. So this is the second thing, is to know your numbers. If you don't know how much you're spending on advertising and how much you're actually making in profit, then that's of course going to be a recipe for disaster. And this is what happens to most stores. They start spending way too much on ads and they don't really know exactly how much profit they're making. The best way to keep track of that is to use a tool like BeProfit. It's basically like an accounting software for your store. It gives you a report on basically everything you need to know about your store at all times. This is actually a must-have, especially after you start scaling a business. But again, even if you're just investing and trying to make money with NFTs, you still need to keep track of your expenses and your costs. Obviously, you're not going to be using BeProfit to calculate your crypto portfolio, but for that, there's tools like Coin Tracker. That's what I use, that allow you to actually keep track of your profitability. So if you are in e-commerce and you do have a business, then make sure you check out BeProfit. It'll be linked in the description. They got a nice little free trial that you can use. And they also have an attribution tool, which I know that's a little too technical, but for those of you guys that are having trouble tracking things properly with Facebook, BeProfit actually does help you with that, and much more affordably than other companies that charge like $500 a month, for example. So lastly, you can actually go product per product and calculate your profitability automatically per product to see which one is the most profitable and least profitable. This is super helpful, obviously, for a general store or a niche store where you're selling a ton of different products and it's hard to keep track of your actual profitability. Then in the order page, you can drill down on the profitability of each individual order. This is again super helpful, and it ties in well with what I'm about to mention next on how you can make sure that your store doesn't go under, which is creating better offers. And then there's also a tool called Cohort Analysis, which you can use to strategize your long-term success and calculate your customer lifetime value. This is probably the most essential tool, honestly, when it comes to BeProfit, if you want to make sure that you're in it for the long run and that you're continuing to grow and increasing your customer lifetime value, which is basically the best way for your business to grow, since every time you acquire a customer, you know exactly how much you're going to make from them, as you see here, for example. And now, of course, if none of these things are enough for you, then you can just create your own custom reports. So you can create, schedule, and export different types of reports according to how you want them. So make sure you guys check them out in the description. Set it up ASAP if you have a Shopify store right now. But moving on, the next thing that you really need to do in order to not have your store do this is have better offers. This actually will help you stay more profitable. So for example, running ads to bundles, trying to think of better ways to sell people. You know, instead of, for example, offering just a single product, maybe offer 5 products together at a discount with a 6th one for free and run ads to that and charge like $50 instead of 13, for example. This would really help make your ad spend profitable so that you can keep running ads and keep growing your business basically autonomously. I don't think relying on ads nowadays is the smartest move. It does help your business grow a ton, but the last tip I want to give you here is to try to really focus on your organic reach. We covered this in another video recently, but basically what you can do is start making content that's catered towards TikTok and recycling that content on Pinterest, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels to quadruple your reach basically. And it's not that hard to do, but even further than that, if you are starting to build a really engaged community, you can start gathering affiliates for your company that are going to make you sales without you having to rely on ads. And this is actually a really big reason why I'm a fan of always focusing on improving your products, because then you'll actually get people promoting your brand for free. You don't even have to gather affiliates. There's a lot of apps that help you with that. Social Snowball is one of them by one of my friends that actually works quite well. But overall, I'm guessing getting affiliates for your business is only gonna become more popular as advertising costs continue to rise and more people are looking for extra ways to make money. It's kind of a mutually beneficial relationship that you can build with your customers if they can actually make money promoting your product. But that's about it. I was doing some research and came across this brand and figured this would make for a really good lesson. It was a good reminder for myself, so hopefully it also helped you guys out. But with that said, again, make sure you check out Beat Profit in the description. And if you like this content, subscribe to the channel for more. I'll see y'all in my next one. Peace.